Before Barcelona, Nico Rosberg said Lewis Hamilton's level was not quite there yet, that the car was not good enough, that the championship was out of reach. He said it publicly, on camera, in June. 6 weeks later, Hamilton won the Spanish Grand Prix by nearly 20 seconds, and Rosberg stood in front of the same cameras and said, "We have witnessed a legendary moment of Formula One." The man who beat Hamilton for a world championship, the man who knows exactly what Hamilton looks like when he is at his best and what he looks like when he is not. He doubted him. Hamilton proved him wrong. And now Rosberg is making the biggest prediction he has made about Hamilton all year. So what changed, and what is he actually predicting now? The doubt was specific. It was not vague pessimism. Before Monaco, Rosberg said, "To get the championship, the car is not good enough, and his level is not quite there yet." He added, almost as consolation, that hopefully Hamilton can still improve throughout the season. That assessment was made by someone who spent 4 years sitting 3 meters from Hamilton in the same garage, who watched him prepare for races, process failures, respond to pressure. Rosberg knows what Hamilton looks like at championship level. He raced him through 3 title fights, and his verdict in June was that Hamilton was not there yet. Hamilton then won Barcelona from the front, managed his tires so precisely that his final stint was faster than his opening one, crossed the line 19 seconds clear of second place. Rosberg called it historic. He said Hamilton had climbed to his greatness once again. Then he added 7 words that changed everything about how the second half of this season should be read. He said, "They can, yeah, they should, and they can." That was his answer when asked if Hamilton and Ferrari can dream of more, of the championship, of the 8th title. 3 weeks later, after Silverstone, Rosberg went further. He said Hamilton is entering a positive flywheel. You get positive results, you get more motivated, you get happier, you work harder, and this is going to propel him even higher, together with his team. Rosberg was not describing a hot streak. He was describing a mechanism, a self-reinforcing cycle that he has watched Hamilton enter before in 2014, in 2017, in 2019, and that he knows from personal experience is very difficult to stop once it starts. Here is what makes Rosberg's prediction different from anyone else's. Every pundit who says Hamilton can win the championship is speculating. Rosberg is not speculating. He is pattern matching. He has watched Hamilton enter this exact state before, and he knows from the inside what comes next. In 2017, Hamilton was 20 points behind Vettel with 12 races remaining. Rosberg, who had just retired, watched from the outside. Hamilton won 5 of the next 8 races, title done. Rosberg also watched 2025. He said publicly that Hamilton's struggles at Ferrari were horrible to witness. After the Hungarian Grand Prix, Hamilton called himself hopeless, qualified 16th, started from the pit lane at Spa, finished races where the radio messages were apologies, not celebrations. Rosberg watched all of that and did not write Hamilton off. He said he felt for the struggles past tense, as if he already knew they were temporary, because he has seen what Hamilton looks like when he is genuinely finished versus what he looks like when he is in a dark period before something bigger. The difference, from the outside, is almost invisible. The lap times are bad in both cases. The radio messages carry the same weight. But Rosberg knows what the dark period before the turnaround feels like because he was the person who used to create it. Now look at what happened from inside Ferrari in 2026. Hamilton's mechanics have 2 seasons of his feedback patterns. His engineer Carlos Santi knows his precise language for what the rear of the car is doing under braking. The simulator data Hamilton built through 2025 is reflected in the SF26's setup direction. At Silverstone, Leclerc started on the setup the simulator recommended. By Saturday, he had migrated to Hamilton's direction. He won the race. The man's instincts are now shaping the car his teammate is winning races in. That is not a driver adapting to a team. That is a driver who has rebuilt the team around himself. Rosberg understands this. He spent 4 years building the same institutional knowledge at Mercedes, learning Hamilton's weaknesses, his tells, his pressure responses. When Rosberg says the flywheel is moving, he is recognizing something specific, the point where a driver's knowledge and a team's engineering alignment reach critical mass. He has watched it happen once before. He was the person who had to beat it. Subscribe now. After Spa, when the summer break arrives, I will track every Rosberg prediction against every Hamilton result across the second half of this season. That series starts Sunday evening. Rosberg has been right about Hamilton more times than anyone in Formula One. He was right that Hamilton would struggle in his first Ferrari season, horrible to witness, he said, and it was. He was right before Barcelona that Hamilton would win a race this year. He was right after Barcelona that the momentum would compound. And he is not the only person saying this now. Toto Wolff, who built Hamilton into a six-time champion and watched him leave, said, after Barcelona, if he smells blood, he goes. And it is very difficult to stop. Two people, the man who beat Hamilton and the man who built him, both saying the same thing from opposite sides of 12 years of the closest professional relationship in Formula One history. Wolff knows what Hamilton looks like when the switch flips because he watched it 6 times from inside the garage. Rosberg knows what it looks like because he was the thing it switched against. The gap is 32 points. 13 races remain after Spa. The summer break arrives after Sunday, and 3 weeks of silence follow. Whatever the Flywheel is doing in that period, the confidence, the work rate, the growing alignment between Hamilton and Ferrari's engineers, it compounds in private. Rosberg changed his mind about Hamilton after one afternoon in Barcelona. Not because the result surprised him, because the way Hamilton drove told him something he had been waiting to see since January. The pace, the tire management, the confidence on the radio, that is what championship Hamilton looks like. Rosberg has seen it before. He has beaten it once. And he is not interested in pretending it is not happening again. Was Rosberg right to change his mind? And is the Flywheel strong enough to carry Hamilton to 32 points and beyond before Abu Dhabi? Give me your specific calculation below. Subscribe. The post-Spa Rosberg verdict drops Sunday evening.